Hi, my name is Grabenstein, and this is my reflection video blog over the cumulative semester experience and the ceremonial speech project. How did you think you have advanced as a public speaker during this semester? There are a couple of things that I feel like I have grown into with public speaking, such as becoming less nervous and not psyching myself out with speaking. Also, following strict guidelines on the rubrics that help me speak better publicly, such as like following the outline and things like that. What is the most important concept or theory you've learned from our textbook? Did it apply to your everyday life? Include the chapter and, if possible, the specific page number from the textbook. One thing that I found really interesting and helpful about this textbook was the speaking myths section, which is in chapter 1, page 27. And I really looked at the phrase, good speakers are not made, not born, and they are made through hours of practice and preparation. I thought this was a good guideline because it helped motivate me and try my best for every speech, and it really made me realize how simple the preparation can be, but how important it also is. I wouldn't say that I can incorporate it into my daily life just because I wouldn't repeat over and over what I was going to say before I'd say something to a different person. Recommend to me, your instructor, what you would start, stop, and continue if you were teaching this course next semester. If I was the teacher, I would continue using the same preparation tools that are being used now because I found them very helpful when it came time to actually give my speech. How did I choose my topic? I thought of people that I had heard things about but would also like to know more about. I also tried to choose someone that others would know something about. How did I research my topic? When researching things on Michelle Obama, I first looked for information on things that I already knew about her, like how she has helped develop the new school lunch programs, and then I looked for things that I didn't know that were also interesting or notable about her life. How did I practice my delivery? I practiced my delivery by practicing my speech a couple times at home in front of my parents, and that seemed to help a lot. How did you establish your credibility as a speaker and the credibility of your sources? I'd say that I mostly used good citations in APA format. Did you get less or more nervous as the speech progressed? For this speech, I would say that there were on and off spots of when I was more or less nervous because the introduction and conclusion are kind of more free-flowing. And while the whole speech is free-flowing, I would say that I was more nervous when it came to the citations, but it helped to have them on my note cards. How did your audience respond to your speech? I would say that my audience found my speech really interesting at points, but at other times, I would say that they formed their own biased opinions, such as the school lunch program. What did you do in your speech that worked and what didn't work? What worked in my speech, as with all of my other speeches, was following my final outline. What didn't work? Trying to memorize my speech. It was easier to go more with the flow but incorporate all of my information. And if I didn't get a word correct, then I just had to realize that it was okay. What areas can I target for improvement? What I would say I could target for improvement was being more confident, not necessarily less nervous, just more confident in what I was saying to establish my own credibility. After this semester, what feels like second nature in terms of organization or delivery? One thing that definitely feels like second nature is completing outlines and practice. The outlines are something that I've really grown to enjoy and use thoroughly throughout my speech, and I would say that practice does make perfect.